Let's go to our call right now. Once again,
About to rely on you for gifts. You know how many gifts I'd have? Zero. Zero gifts. That's what you gave me this year.
if I get one more Gucci scarf from you, man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it to hang myself.
All right, no Gucci scarf for you. I'll give a Gucci scarf. I bet you all the callers would very much appreciate if I gave them a Gucci scarf.
You're hanging out on 14th Street too much, man. No wonder it's shedding. No, I'm just kidding, man. Anyway, let's go to some calls. Very good to see another attorney hanging out.
Yes, by the way, yeah, we're going to have an announcement. I don't think we're going to make it today, or should we?
No, I think we should. I think we should make it. When do we start?
Well, we're going to start the new department. We'll be starting January 4th, Monday, January 4th.
Yeah, so I think we should make it like Monday, January 4th. That's just my, you know.
Let's take immigration.
Link Up Radio 93.5. There's nothing like promoting before, though.
Yes.
Anyway, by the way, folks, remember you can catch them digitally. You know, get your iPhone app, just download it, or, you know, log on to www.4immigration.com to see us, watch us, hear us, everything. Let's go to the first call. Hello, caller.
How you doing? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing? Brad.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. I just recently removed my conditions off my 2-year green card, which was via marriage. I haven't heard anything from them, but they sent me a paper saying that it's a temporary 1 year. That I can travel on it. I just want to verify that I can travel without any issues.
You can travel. You can travel without any issues. What you do is you travel with your expired green card, and you travel with that letter saying travel authorized, as long as you are back in the United States before the expiration of that 1 year.
My other question for you is that I applied for the removal of conditions since November. I haven't heard anything from them.
Yeah, it takes about 9 months. It takes about 9 months.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much,
All right.
man. Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas Day.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, everyone.
Let me ask you a question. Oh, you already hung up. I was going to say, if up, you already hung up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can catch them back.
Yeah.
Once again, folks, this is the Immigration Link brought to you by Spar and Bernstein. Remember, they've been here on the air for about 13 strong years.
Right.
They've built multiple departments. They've helped thousands of people. They're about to launch a new department, to help out thousands of people. And of course, a lot of research have been put into it. The professional that is actually standing in studio is someone that you all really need to get to know. And I would think maybe about 17-20% of us really, really need to know this person.
That's what I just told you before, right?
Yeah. And great minds think alike.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
I gave that same percentage.
Yeah, and a lot of us are apprehensive about handling that problem in our life because we don't want anyone to know our business.
That's right.
But you know what? I'm not scared about handling it. Because you want to know something, man? There are a couple of things in life that you must take care of. That just happens to be one of them. Anyway, I'm alluding to what it is. But let's get to another question on immigration, that department. The number to call Spar and Bernstein is 1-800-LAW-LINK, 1-800-529-5465. The number to get on air, 888-31-RADIO. Hello, caller. How are you?
Hello.
Hi. Pleasant. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah. Go ahead. Speak up. Don't worry. Brad's got the answer. I promise you.
Okay. Okay, I have a friend, right?
Right.
Okay, she met this guy. He's an American, but he's in a lot of trouble.
Been in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's been in prison, and he want to marry to her. He's out on parole from May. He's off parole since May. And he's on SSI and all of that.
He needs a green card?
No, he's an American.
He's an American citizen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, an American citizen who is on parole can marry can marry someone to get a green card. I have clients who are married to U.S. citizens or who are in jail. The only time it's an issue is 2 times, and I think one time is if you're in jail or you've been convicted of a crime that has a sexual abuse component to it. You will need to file a waiver with the Immigration Service. They sometimes prohibit sex offenders from sponsoring spouses. If that's not what his If that's not what
Right.
his conviction was for, then he is free, and he is free to marry you. He can marry you. He paid his debt to society. He can sponsor you to get a green card. Now, let me tell you a quick story, and I think I've said this story previously, and this happened a different lifetime ago, back in the 1990s, but I always find it
Interesting.
interesting and somewhat funny, and there's a truth behind the humor actually in the story,
Okay.
which is it's not my client, but I actually heard it from a colleague of mine in this story. They went for a marriage interview. The husband was a U.S. citizen, and he was on parole. And and you've heard this story before, right? And the immigration officer, prior to the interview, called up the husband, the U.S. citizen's parole officer, to find out a little bit more about this husband who's coming in. And
the one that way he was gay.
exactly. So you listened, right? So make sure,
Everybody listens.
right? So make sure, right? So it turned out that the parole officer said he was gay, and he was very surprised to hear that somebody was coming in on a marriage.
Right.
And so the point being is this: if you're on parole, you have to know that it gives the immigration officer more avenues to inquire about the validity of your marriage. If it's a real marriage, your husband's going to live with you, you have no problem. The parole officer is going to know about it anyway, because the parole officer always asks, what's new in your life? Okay? So, if it's going to be anything less than a bona fide marriage, I always say never do it to begin with. I don't condone marriages that aren't done for love, but certainly in this situation, it would give the officer more opportunities to find out it wouldn't be real. If it is real, you're living with him, you don't have a problem.
Or even if he collects SSI.
Now, if he collects SSI because he's disabled,
Yeah.
okay, if
Because
it's a disability he's collecting SSI,
yeah.
okay, then he's going to need, that's fine, but you'll need an affidavit support from a second person.
Oh, okay. And if he's collect food stamps,
Food stamps, he's got to get off of.
he has to get off the food stamps.
Yes, because that's a government need-based assistance. Disability, okay, if Squeeze got injured injured and he has to collect disability,
God forbid.
God forbid, right? Okay, God forbid, and he does okay for himself, Squeeze. He still collects disability. It's not based on
I do.
what he earns. Yeah, you do okay for yourself. It's not based on what you earn. It's based on, he's smiling at me. It's based on what your disability is.